Disney, what's with all the bears?
Oh, bother. Empty again.
While we might assume that these Disney bears, Little John, Baloo, even Winnie the Pooh, were just cute, cuddly animals, the truth is much more British than you might expect. If you've spent any time in the British countryside, chances are the most dangerous animal you'll encounter is a slightly passive-aggressive badger. So, what on earth is this guy doing here? In Disney's medieval Britain, Robin Hood's best mate is a towering, chuckling bear. But were there actually bears in Britain back then? Well, bears did once roam wild through Britain. Brown bears lived in our ancient forests for centuries, but by the time Robin Hood was allegedly nicking gold from the rich, they'd been extinct for over 1,000 years. In British folklore, they stand for protection, transformation and bravery, qualities we see echoed again and again in these Disney characters.
Now what about that for luck?
Little John isn't the only lovable bear we find in Disney's British woodlands. This is 100 Acre Wood, or as it's known IRL, Ashdown Forest, the real-life stomping ground of none other than Pooh, Eeyore, Piglet and co.
Oh, help! Help! Somebody save me!
Happy Wednesday, Eeyore.
Thanks for noticing me.
You probably know that Winnie the Pooh was inspired by a stuffed toy, but don't be fooled because his origin story is just as surprising as Robin Hood's sidekick. So how did these characters come about, and where did they really come from? Disney, what's with all the bears? Now, to understand Little John's backstory, first we have to ask, why is Robin Hood a fox? Why is Friar Tuck a badger? Why is the Sheriff of Nottingham a wolf? Perhaps it was a cute creative quirk, or maybe Disney had good reason to turn these human heroes into animals.
Tell me, what is the next stop?
Let me see. Oh, yes, the next stop is Nottingham, sire.
Robin Hood in Sherwood Stod. That's not me going all Shakespearean. That is the first reference to Robin Hood, likely written in the 1400s. But there's no mention of claws, fur, or pointy ears.
On guard.
Hey, watch it, Rob. That's the only hat I've got.
Disney were originally developing a story for Reynard the Fox, a mischievous trickster from European folklore. But in the end, it was decided that old Robin Hood was a bit better known, so Disney changed tack. So ultimately, Robin Hood became a fox because he was always meant to be. Clever, cunning, and impossible to catch.
I am Sir Reginald, Duke of Chutney. And don't stick your tongue out at me, kid.
Ahem. Throughout British history, bears have symbolised protection, strength and loyalty. Families like the Earl of Warwick have used bears on their coats of arms since the 14th century. Even King Arthur's name might have come from the Celtic word artos, meaning bear. Some scholars think he was literally imagined as the Bear King. So we have Little John with his warm, brave, classic bear energy. The Sheriff of Nottingham is a sneering wolf. King John is a cowardly lion with no mane. It's all classic character shorthand. So what about Winnie the Pooh and his place in the 100 Acre Wood? What's his backstory? Well, it all started when A.A. Milne, a playwright from London, bought his son a toy bear from the famous Harrods department store. They named the toy bear after a black bear called Winnie they saw at Regent's Park London Zoo, and well, the rest is history. As well as Winnie, Milne named the main character after his son, Christopher Robin, and these are the very woods where they would walk, play and dream up the adventures of a little honey-loving bear.
Don't worry, Pooh. We'll get you out.
No hurry. Take your time. Yum, yum.
I know we're talking about bears today, but the truth is it's not just Winnie the Pooh that lives in 100 Acre Wood. No. We've also got Piglet, and look what I found. A it's only Piglet's house. Before I leave you, there's a twist. The most quintessential British bear of all time, not actually British. Remember the bear that Winnie was named after from London Zoo? Well, Winnie is short for Winnipeg, a city in Canada, so Winnie was actually Canadian. I think we'll let Winnie off that one though. Game of Pooh sticks? Okay, ready? Right, 3, 2, 1. So while Winnie the Pooh is actually Canadian and Robin Hood's bear bestie never walked through Sherwood Forest, these Disney bears crossed continents. They shape-shifted, borrowed accents, turned humans into animals, animals into legend. There might not have been wild bears in Britain for over 1,000 years, but in our stories, they never left. Hey, you won! While we're at it, Little John isn't... These Disney bears... Trost isn't a word. Sorry. It's all classic character shorthand.